Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to start by appreciating your great support that you've been providing to this channel. And I want to tell you that your support is not taken for granted in this channel. We really appreciate your support to our work in this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your support. And here I have a very interesting information to share with you. And towards the end of this podcast, what I'll only require from you is just a simple request to give me your view after watching this video to its end. If you still support ODM party to get into premature coalition talks with UDA, or to stop the talks and focus on other things. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into what this podcast has for you, just a humble request that if you are watching me and you've not subscribed to this channel, I kindly request you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification so that next time we do a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Like our videos and comment to show your support to our work in this channel. And to those who have already subscribed to this channel, we say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, without much ado, allow me get you into what Ruth Odinga sent to Oburu Odinga. And Ruth Odinga sent a letter to Oburu Odinga, and I want you to get this information right. And that's why I say that towards the end of this podcast, what I only want you to give me is your view on whether you still support the two-term or one-term under the coalition talks. Now, here is the letter. Now, because I don't want to leave part of this information behind, I want you to get it as raw as it is. Allow me start by reading for you the letter that Ruth sent to Oburu Odinga. Then after it, I want to show you something very interesting about this letter, and you'll give me your view. Now, Ruth Odinga is saying, most importantly, and here I spoke as a founding member of the great ODM party, I am neither in two-term nor one-term, but I am firmly in the broad-based government whose chief architect, the late PM, found it fit to leave the ODM family with a rider in the name of the 10-point agenda. ODM should not be in a hurry to enter into a coalition agreement as though it is some kind of emergency. 2027 is not going anywhere. Even if ODM sits still and does nothing, 2027 will come. The Central Management Committee, CMC, sat a couple of days ago in Kilifi. This is a very important party organ. Next, we expect the party chairperson to call for a National Executive Committee, that is the NEC meeting, so that the leadership can get the opportunity to share ideas on the best way forward. We cannot purport to come to any conclusion, binding party member before we have listened to the people. ODM party is a people's movement. Our membership stretches from Turkana to Kwale, from Wajir all the way to Hispania. We must start thinking of town hall meetings for the members, listening to their concerns, which must then be incorporated into the final decision the party will arrive at. Our party leader, Honorable Oburu Odinga, was given the crown at the height of grief. The differences we have been seeing of late did not start when Dr. Oburu assumed the office of party leader. These were issues that were there even when Baba was alive, and he had promised to convene a caucus to address these issues. The point here is that we can solve ideological differences by showing people the door. If we keep showing people the door, then who will be left? Sifuna will live with his people. Babu Owino will live with his people. We must create a platform for the leaders to sit and talk. Then we can reach out to the people in the town hall meetings. That is how a people's movement is supposed to work. But we are seeing a situation where a lot of money is flying around, and there appears to be a deliberate approach to commit ODM party into a coalition agreement more than a year to the next general elections. Where is the money coming from? Is it in the budget and appropriations committee at the National Assembly? And I know that the government has not given ODM party money. So where is all the money coming from? Those pushing for ODM party to commit itself right now may be seeing the good in it, whether it is personal or for the benefit of all the members. But committing early means you will carry whatever blames the ruling party will be accused of. As you negotiate, where is your numerical strength as a party? You may negotiate for those cabinet secretary slots, yes, but if you do not have governors or MPs, how will this work for you? That is why we need to be cautious as we approach this matter. And most importantly, at no point should we leave the people behind. In 2007, for instance, ODM had more MPs than the ruling coalition. That is how we ended up having one of our own as the Speaker of the National Assembly. Whatever negotiations ODM did in 2008 were backed by the masses that were behind the party. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ODM is turning to be more dilemmatic than how it has been since the death of Raila Odinga. And from that Ruth Odinga's letter, she is passing a very clear and strong message. And I want to share this with you from that letter. Ruth is asking a question. And remember, there is a video I did the other day, and I told you that the day that ODM had that event in Kakamega, Oburu Odinga flew in a chopper with Oparanya. And that chopper was funded by a cabinet secretary. And the other thing, here, I wish I could have played for you a clip, but that clip might confuse you. I want us just to get this information as it is. Do you see this photo here? I want you to make an observation from it, of which I believe you can. If you look at all these ODM supporters, they have what we call capes and shirts of ODM. These capes and shirts, they are printed. They are bought and printed. And for that to happen, there is money that has to be spent on it. In this same picture, this is the day that Gladys Nyasona said to these Kakamega people something about Linda ground, where she was saying that your work should be to Linda ground, and our work as ODM leaders should be looking at something at the top there. And if we find something there, we'll come and share it with you down here. And before I tell you what it is, they are turning the slogan of ODM party from Tuko Tayari to Linda ground. And now, you see that Linda ground thing, it is funded. And those capes and shirts were not bought by the money from ODM party. And I want you to get this clear. ODM party is a party of its structures. When something is supposed to be done, or when the party is supposed to spend some money, there is a procedure that has to be followed. And this procedure has to depend, most importantly, on the structures of the party. Now, Ruth Odinga is saying here that the party has not spent any cent on producing these shirts and capes. And she's asking a very serious question that requires an urgent response. That where is the money coming from? Where is that money you are using to produce these shirts and the money you are using to fund the Linda ground coming from? Who is funding that thing? And because you know, someone who funds you is the person who controls you. Someone who pays you is the person who controls you. Which is true. Now, if Oburu and his people allow President Ruto to fund all these things, then believe me you, they are the people who are going to control everything that is going to happen in this game. And now tell me here, where is the power of negotiations from ODM party? Because the leaders have been forcing us with the fact of coalition endorsing William Ruto for presidency in 2027. Then how will you negotiate? Because I believe you know the power of money. And let me give you a very simple example to make you understand it better why I'm saying the ODM has lost its power of negotiation. If I tell you that, brother or sister, I want you to do this for me, and I'll give you 500 million Kenya shillings, will you still have the power to ask me that, but brother, why? Why this but not this? Will you have to ask that? Will you do that? And that is how ODM has become less powerful in terms of negotiations. And I want you to get something also right. You know, Oburu Odinga used to depend on Raila Odinga directly on financial issues. I want you to get it clear. And what I'm speaking of is a true fact which I've done research on. Oburu Odinga used to depend on Raila directly on financial issues. But now, because Oburu Odinga has become the chairperson of ODM party, with Junet Mohammed besides him, Oburu Odinga can get to have some money that he has not gotten before. And I want to tell you, if Oburu Odinga can get that money, then all the sound that could have been heard from him can go silent. And that is why it has gone silent. And by the way, allow me tell you something. To those ODM supporters who our leaders keep singing for us two-term and the broad-based government, I want you to tell me something in this podcast that, is there someone here whose area MP has constructed even a 1 kilometer of tarmac road in your area? Has your MP done such a thing? Or we just keep getting the songs of two-term broad-based government coalition talks, but the developments are not there? Day in, day out, Samuel Atandi, who is the chairperson of the budget committee, keeps singing for the people that, you know, before I became the chairperson of the budget committee, that guy Ndindi Nyoro used to give you such amount, but after I got there, I allocated for you this amount. Ladies and gentlemen, just to ask you, where is that money? Yes, Atandi is singing for us. He has allocated the money. We don't refuse to accept that. It is true you allocated it. But where are our roads? Where are our roads? Ladies and gentlemen, we have to be serious with our lives now. And let us tell ourselves the truth. We don't need to lie to ourselves. Then come to start regretting some years to come that why did we allow this to happen while we were seeing it? We have to stand for ourselves, and it is our right to ask those our leaders that where are our roads? Yes, you've been telling us what you know about broad-based government and the coalition. Where are our roads? And I want you to confirm this. Go. I want you to visit Gathoni Wamushomba's Facebook page. And I want you to visit Kimani Ichung'wah's Facebook page. These are UDA leaders. They keep on posting the roads they are launching in their areas. But with your noisy leaders in broad-based government, who keep on singing broad-based government, have never even posted one road they've launched or they've constructed for their people. And a shocking thing, let me tell you, I come from where Samuel Atandi comes from. And Samuel Atandi is my area MP. I want to tell you this, and it is the truth. And it's not because I don't want him, but I just want to talk of the truth. That my MP, who sings being the chairperson of the budget committee, do you know that in his area, even the schools doesn't have fence? And if a school has fence, then it is from the work of the board members of that school and the committee that sat down and decided to make a fundraiser to get the money to fence the school. Then, ladies and gentlemen, can you tell me, do you still support the move of Oburu Odinga and his close allies to get into coalition talks with UDA party, or do you go against it? Allow me know that down in the comment section there. And thank you for watching this podcast. Let us meet in the next.